Alright. Let's turn you back around. So I'm going to pretend again that nobody's watching. Oh, nobody's watching. Great. Awesome blossom. So, because of our interruption a few minutes ago, I'm just going to go ahead and pretend I didn't say anything and just say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. My name is Carlos, and guess what? We like to play with paint. Oh, crap, someone's here. Hello, who's there? Who's there? Who's that? Oh, crap, more people. So, if you guys are the same people that were watching a second ago, apologies. I have no idea what was going on. My phone was tripping. My screen on my computer, my laptop, not a laptop, what is it called? The desktop was tripping. And yeah, it took me forever to freaking even turn it off. I had to turn off my phone and everything. But anyways, um, see, I was already nervous enough. Now I forgot where I was at. Okay, so now I was explaining what I was gonna do. So I'm actually staring at the screen right now. So hello, ladies. Oh wait, I'm over here. Hello, ladies. On this side is the bigger screen or the bigger canvas with the paints, larger size cups. Only half the cup is full. But anyways, here's the small one. Those are the small cups. So I'm gonna do a little strainer cup pour thingy using this little cup, and then manipulate the paint with that. And then, if I don't screw up again, I am going to attempt to do something. I already know what I want to do, but I'm not going to say what it is because I want to make sure that this comes out at least halfway decent. But before I do all that, I'm going to show you guys the dried results of my super current, most super awesomest favorite pours. So hopefully, fingers crossed, YouTube doesn't screw me over on this one. And hopefully you guys can see it. Here is the one, the first rec or ring, whatever, pour that I uploaded. It's actually my third try, but it was the first one that I uploaded. The second video you guys saw was actually the very first attempt. But anyways, and I'm telling you, it dried almost the same as it poured. And I'm telling you, tell me that doesn't look like a funky bug. But anyways, I'll just leave it at that. So, yep, it's completely dry. I'm definitely gonna get some resin and slap some resin on this one. And this one's for sure probably gonna go on my wall. Well, no, it's gonna go on my wall because I like it. And then the funky one that I did the other day, that was the I forgot what I called it. The Wrecker Ring. What was it? Squared, where I started with uh, two ring pours, and then I did something else with it. The blues dried a little bit darker, but I dig it even more now. It looks funky. Now the lighting is kind of off because most of the lights are actually pointing against that wall over there. Right now it's just the light that's above me. But if you guys can see, I mean, oh, that looks pretty dope. I'll bring it in a little bit closer. I don't know. I dig it. This one's for sure also going to get some resin on there. And yeah. But anyways, alright. So, before this becomes a freaking long video, I'm going to go ahead and jump on this pour. Just put these safely back under here. Grab some gloves. Hello. I was not prepared, ladies and gentlemen. Don't know what happened to my gloves. Never mind, found them. So, yep. Got the new Floetrol. Still got the old Funky Discos Floetrol. And I had to get me new gloves because, well, I ran out. So, like I was saying, this black paint is a little bit thicker than the next pours is going to be. But because it's going to be two different pours. So, obviously, I'm hoping, if my thought is correct, it should work with thicker paints on this side. For this side, thinner might be better. So yeah, I'm just gonna start off. They're both obviously gonna be on black bases, and without letting my nerves get to me, just gonna go ahead and start spreading some of this paint around. Keeping in mind that you guys are over there, probably staring at me, looking at me. Stop looking at me. See, that's why I like the editing part of the video, because you can speed this part up. But we're just here having fun. Just trying to get over this whole nervousness. And you know what? I'm just going to use my fingers. Screw it. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Guess that's a good thing I did use my fingers, because that's a whole lot of paint. It's okay though. Spread it all around. Let it come off. Maybe now would be a good time to tilt some of it off. Make sure these edges are done. Ladies, how am I doing on my live? Let me know. It's been a while since I've done it. In fact, I think I've only ever done one other one. And I was nervous then too. Alright. So the idea behind this is that it's going to be like a strainer pour, funnel pour, and the paints are going to come out of these 4 holes in their respective directions. But because of this paint is so thick, not thick, but whatever, I'm just going to put a nut right there to kind of elevate the cup. So maybe we get more of a drip action versus it just kind of oozing out against that black paint. So because it's a dark color, I'm going to start with a slightly lighter color. I'm going to start with the green. And hopefully this works out well. Be very careful not to drip. FYI, we were in the 40s and 50s today, and it's supposed to be a high of like 18 tomorrow. And like, yeah, get ready, it's cold. Some of this Prussian blue coming up next. A little bit more, a little bit more. This funky titanium metallic whites. I figure because I am using that Prussian blue, hopefully the white and the blue mix to a pretty funky, cool, lighter blue shade as well. Go back and add some more of the green. In fact, I'm just going to dump the whole green in there. Now, forgive me, ladies, I cannot, oh shit, I cannot see the screen, so I don't know if you guys are even still watching, or if you're asking questions, I apologize, I cannot read them. And if you're not there, well then I'm just talking to myself, in which case it's okay. And pour some of the red in there. Hopefully the weight of the paint will continue to push everything out. Follow that up by that Prussian blue stuff. Alright. Now I'm going to top it off with some of the whites. All of the whites. There you go. But because that white's going to be at the very end, let's see if I can't scrape a little bit more of the colored paint out, just so that's not like the very last thing that comes out. Oh, there's all kinds of blue in there still. Alright. Let that pour out, just like so. You can throw in some of the red that's left in there. Cool beans. So, if anybody's still watching, we most definitely got some funky blending and all kinds of like weird little reactions going on. They're not coming out in like layers or rings. I mean, you know what I mean, like the green and the red and the white. They're coming out blended, which is kind of cool. The cup's almost empty, so I'm going to lift it up here in a second, and then I'm going to wreck it, and then start tilting it around and see what comes up. Let's see if I can't help it a little. No? Okay. So I now need to get that net out of there. Oh, y'all still watching? Cool. Alright, so now that I know there's more of you watching, I'm even slightly more nervous, but I'm just going to pretend it's still the first 3 or 4 of you. I'm going to gently pull this up so we don't mix it too much. Throw this over here. And then I don't know if you guys can see these little green baggies. I didn't have anything to cover up some of these premix paints, so I grabbed some of my dog's little baggies and just kind of used them to to cover everything up. I should torch this, maybe pop some of these bubbles and get some of these colors, some of these cells to pop up. Maybe use them to our advantage as far as, well, no, I'm gonna mix it up and wreck it here in a second. So I don't know if you guys can see some funky, obviously blending, and some weird shaded areas here and there. This one, I think, has got a little bit too much white, but after we tilt it, it might be funky. This one here has got a little bit too much red. I don't know if you guys can see here. There's like this funky like wave thing going on right in there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It looks funky to me, but anyways. So now I'm gonna wreck it. Just gonna do a couple slices here and there because I mean there's no real rhyme or reason to any of these shapes anyway, so it won't really matter. So here we go. You know what? I'm just gonna go right across this way, and then across this way. Maybe. Well, we're gonna go in every direction. No more wrecking. Okay, so I'm gonna now start tilting stuff around. This is me getting nervous, trying to rush through this stuff to get it done. So hopefully I don't screw it up more than what it is. So obviously the wrecker ring thing, when you get to the edges, you can then pull back and it exposes more rings. But this one, well, I'm not sure what you want to call these little feathers, I guess. I don't know. I always call them feathers. These little areas. I guess is, I don't know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. I'd say ignore me, but don't ignore me. Share, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah. I'm going to pull off some of that edge, that corner, gently pull back. Always trying to keep in mind that you guys are watching, so maybe not do it over the other canvas. Don't worry, that other canvas is still in plastic. That would have sucked if I would have unwrapped it. But I know me. I probably would have made a mess, so that's why I kept it. Alright. So now that we got those edges over, bring it back to the middle. Now this titanium white is sure making its presence known. Titanium white, what are you doing, bro? Let's flip this all the way around. Psychedelic. Alright, note this off. Barely used any any titanium white on the other pour. If we go to a corner, pull off some of that red onto that corner, and then put it back. Don't you dare start growling, boy. Forgive me if Mr. Wuchi starts going crazy. He hears my other dogs and he doesn't like it when he's napping and they're making noise. We're going to get to this corner and then pull it back right to where it got to that titanium white part. Might have overstretched this bottom part. So let's see if we can't slowly correct that. A little bit. Well, I wasn't sure what to expect. Obviously, the results weren't not were not. Well, obviously they're not the same as they were when I used the Ready Mix paints. Let me get some of that black red on there in that corner. I don't know. What do you ladies see? I see a mess. I see too much white cell. No, I don't want to call them cells. Too much white white blotches in the middle. But yeah. See if we know, because if I touch it, I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up with more of the whites. You know what? Screw it. Let's do it. I call it funky. I don't know what else to call it, ladies and gentlemen. This is most definitely funky. But for sure, I'm thinking of maybe even completely eliminating the whites from the next pour. Simply because I did not like the way that came out. Like the other colors danced and blended together. The white just said, no, we're gonna freaking hang out right here and just pop up wherever we want. Yes. Well, that looks cool. Ooh, I totally messed it up. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes my live for tonight, simply because I can't handle the pressure. Actually, that's not true. I want to kind of clean this up so I can start on this one. But I'm thinking I'm just going to do a video on this one so I can then edit it. Whatever, you know what I mean. So yeah, ladies, if you guys are still watching, well, let me go see if you guys are still watching. Looks like kind of like chemistry. Oh wow, we went to 20 minutes. That's crazy. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching. This has been a Carlos Funky Playing with Paint production. So yeah, I gotta take off my gloves before I cover my phone with paint, and then I can just breathe and relax. So thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye. Yes, I want to stop streaming. Bye.